And we're live, and welcome to the Power Hour with Dave Kauffman. I'm Dave Kauffman, and I don't know about you, but I am ready for 2025. I'm ready for a new year. I'm ready for a lot of new things, new opportunities, new clients. It's been a good year. 2024 has been a really good year. It's been difficult in some aspects and really good in some other aspects, but I am excited about a new year. Um, and I just believe that there's going to be a lot of good things happening in 2025. And I hope that you feel the same way. And I hope that you sense a sense of optimism, a sense of determination, a sense of let's go, because that's how I feel. I think we are poised for kind of a revival in the business world and the business climate as well. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for all of the guys on the phone calls up here. I appreciate it. Thank you for the guys that are on Zoom, Facebook, Live, YouTube, all of that. So thank you very much for joining me. And thank you for your support in 2024. I'm really, really grateful for each one of you. I say this almost every time I go speak to a live audience, which seems like it's been almost every week for the last year, that without people, without you, without the audience, I would look kind of weird doing what I do. So thank you for being you. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for your support. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. And by the way, if you're on Facebook, go ahead and hit share right now and share this out. Let's bring more people on Facebook. It seems like Facebook is one of the least amount of support that I get on these calls here. And it's probably because I don't do a good job marketing it on Facebook, but the phone lines are crazy busy here. So thank you for that. But thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for your support. To all of my clients, the people that have entrusted me to coach their company, to coach their leaders, to coach their employees, for people that have brought me into their company and their organization to speak. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love you, and I wish you nothing but the best in 2025. Now, we've talked a lot about 2024 and some of the difficulties and the challenges. I mean, and I know 2025 is going to have some difficulties and challenges as well. But I have 5 tips to help you prepare for a successful 2025 in your business. So get your pen and papers, get them ready. We're going to go through this. And yeah, so 5 tips to prepare your small business for a successful 2025. And here's why I love being a business owner, because I get to decide what is success. I get to decide what my company looks like. And so I want you to know that as well, that you as a business owner, you as a leader, you as a manager gets to decide how your business looks. And I remember early on in my career, when I started first having a business coach, my coach said, your business is perfectly designed for the results that you're achieving. And I'm going to say that again, because I want you to get this. Your business is perfectly designed for the results that you're achieving. You can say this about your family. Your family life is perfectly designed for the results that you're achieving. Your marriage is perfectly designed for the results that you are achieving. And, you know, you can say that about everything that you're trying to build. You get what you do. If you don't like what you get, you got to do something different. So your business is perfectly designed for the results that you are achieving. So if you don't like the results that you're achieving, you need to change the design. And that's what I get to help people do, is to help them invent a new business, a new way of doing their business. It's not a different business. It's a new one. It's been born new. It's a kind of a new birth. And so I get to help people build the business of their dreams, first in their head and then on paper and then in real life. And so some of these tips are things that I've discovered over the years of working with business owners that can be very beneficial. And so it says here, the start of a new year, and we got several more miles to the end of the year, and then we're into the brand new year. And I'm excited for this year. The start of a new year is a chance to refresh, refocus, and set your business up for success. So let's talk about refresh. How many of you feel like sometimes you're just tired, like you're tired of business, you're tired of pushing, you're tired of figuring it out? And we need a time of refreshment. We need a time of relaxing. And part of that can come from asking for help. I've literally been able to help hundreds of business owners be refreshed in their business and have a renewed vigor for their business, a renewed zeal for their business. And so we need to find a way to refresh ourselves and to refocus, to get back into alignment. I was talking with a potential client right before this call, and I told him that I put together weekly exercises. And if you'd like to have those exercises, become a client and you can get them. But every week we send you a exercise that puts you back in alignment with a proper mindset of how to think about a business. And so we need to sometimes not only refresh, but we need to refocus, stop, looking right and left and really start looking at what we're doing. And then the third one is to set your business up for success. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. But instead of waiting until January to dive into your goals, the best strategy is to start preparing when? Right now. I like to ask the question, when's the best time to plant an apple tree? And, sometimes there's a really smart gardener and he'll say, well, at a certain time of the year, it's better. But no, right now. Plant it right now. If you want fruit trees bearing fruit, the sooner you can plant them, the better. All right. So by taking action before the year ends, you'll hit the ground running and gain a competitive edge as 2025 unfolds. Here are 5 tips you, the small business owner, can implement today to prepare for your best year yet. And that's my desire for you, is that you have your best year ever in 2025. Let's show the world, let's show the community, let's show the people that are looking that business and entrepreneurship is where it's at. And let's get our stuff in order, so that people will be encouraged and want to start their own business and start their own way of doing things. Because here, I'm going to get a little political here. It's really hard to find a liberal business owner. Really hard. Most small business owners are conservative. So let's show them why small business owners are conservative. And so let's show them by having a successful small business, a successful entrepreneurial journey. And let's have our best year ever. So number 1, I want you to reflect. We already had 2 words, refresh, refocus. And here's the third one. I want you to reflect on 2024's wins and challenges. Notice I didn't say losses, because I don't believe losses happen in a small business owner. I believe challenges happen. I believe mistakes happen, but I love mistakes. Y'all have heard me say this before. I love mistakes, but only if they happen once. If you don't learn from your mistakes, you miss the point of even trying. So I love when my employees make a mistake, because now they've learned what not to do. They've learned what not to do again. And so if you make a mistake twice, it's your fault, not anybody else's. And so reflect on 2024's wins and challenges. By looking ahead, take the time to review the past year. Ask yourself these questions. What strategies worked well for my business? What did you do in 2024 that worked well? What did you do that did not work well? And what would you change? What do you need to stop doing, start doing, and change? All right. What areas could you improve on? Think of the 6 pillars of business: marketing, sales, operations, office, relationships, and leadership. 6 pillars of business. Marketing, sales, office, operations, leadership, and relationships and leadership. All right. So, what areas could you improve? Where were there unexpected challenges, and how did you handle them? Analyzing your wins and challenges will provide a clearer picture of where to focus your energy in 2025. So just simply reflect, look backwards. So many times us as business owners are so forward focused, so let's move ahead focused, that we forget that we can actually learn about what's behind us. We can actually learn and predict the future based on our past. And so spend some time reflecting on your wins and your challenges in 2024. That's tip number one. Tip number 2, set SMART goals for 2025. Okay, the reason I say SMART is because it's not that I think some of you are going to set dumb goals, but SMART is an acronym, and it stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. SMART, S-M-A-R-T, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Okay, so a vague resolution or a New Year's resolution that, like grow your business, that's not a SMART goal. It's not specific. Instead, create SMART goals. For example, break it down. What area of your business do you want to grow? What do you want it to look like? What is the number? What is the benchmark? By when? And so here's some examples. Increase email subscribers by 20% by June. Okay, that would be considered a SMART goal, a very specific, attainable, relevant, measurable, and time-bound. I think I got that mixed up, but specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Launch a new product. This is just an example by Q2, the second quarter. Reduce shipping times to under 3 days by March. I was just talking with a potential client today, and he was saying that he wants to get his quote time from the time that they call to the time they get a quote. He wants to get that, shave it off a day, figure out how we can be less than 4 days in getting a quota. How can we get it to 3 days? Is there a way that we can get it to 2 days? All right. So that's those are some examples of setting SMART goals. Don't allow yourself to be vague. Now, let's say, let's just have an example of non-business goals. So a lot of times at the beginning of the year, we make a New Year's resolution saying, I'm going to lose weight. All right. That is not a SMART goal. Because if you lose 1 pound, you've already reached your goal. All right. So a SMART goal would be, I want to lose 25 pounds by March 30th, whatever, and so be very specific and really think about how you're going to do it, who can help you with that. And, in my goal setting class that I teach, there's like a 7 steps goal settings process. And it should take a long time to actually set a goal properly. So make sure that you're not vague in your goal setting. That was tip number 2. Tip number 3, is audit your finances. Take a look at your finances. It's time to review your financial health. I'm getting to the age where the doctors are saying you need to have a physical every year. You need to have a colonoscopy every year. I'm 49, almost to be 50, and so what about your financial health? When was the last time you had a checkup in your financial health? Hopefully you're doing so well and you got so much money coming in that you don't even have to worry about it. But I know that's not the case for a lot of you. And what about your financial health? How is your business finances doing? And so it's time to review your financial health. Here's some pointers. Update your books. Ensure your records are accurate and up to date. Don't want to start 2025 and play catch up. You want to have everything behind you and start with a fresh slate and move forward. Assess your budget. Look for areas to cut costs or reallocate resources. Plan for growth. Man, I'm just going to preach here for a little bit. Every one of you has a financial thermostat, and some of you need to change your thermostat. You need to set that thing lower or higher in that case. I think of terms of air conditioner, and so I like to go cooler. I like to go lower. But some of you are okay with $30,000 in your bank account, and as long as it doesn't get below 30,000, you're doing great. That's your financial thermostat. Some of you need to update that to 100,000. So plan on growth, change your thermostat, change the setting. Because I remember when I first started my business, I remember when I had like $10,000 sitting in the bank, and that was like, wow, that was so great. I would probably have an aneurysm if I only had 10,000 in my bank right now. And so my financial thermostat, as I matured, I kept turning it higher and higher and higher. And my thermostat is set at a very high number that if it gets below that number, I get concerned. Okay. And so some of you need to plan for growth. If you're anticipating scaling, factor in additional expenses like inventory, staffing, and marketing. Financial clarity can now prevent surprises and set you up for a smoother operations in 2025. So I want you to get super clear with where you are with your finances and where you're going in your finances. I see Randall Shirk is on Facebook. Thank you for popping on. Please click share, like, and share this video. And thanks for your comment, Randall. All right. So that was point or tip number 3. Point number 3, and we'll do a quick review of these points at the end here. So point number 4, refresh your marketing strategy. Refresh your marketing strategy. And for those of you that don't know, I own a full-fledged marketing company, and we do websites, we do SEO, we do social media marketing, we do traditional marketing, print, mailers and things like that. We design your ads for you and things like that. So some of you, I know, not only need to refresh, you need to start marketing. I'm amazed at how many companies are okay with, their sales being 500,000 a year. And I know for a fact that if you would start marketing it, you could double your money. You could double your income. You could double your impact. Some of you not only need to start marketing, but a lot of you need to refresh your marketing strategy and say, what are we missing? Because I don't know if you know this, but what worked in 2024 probably is not going to work the same in 2025. It changes. Different people are growing older and they're switching over to different platforms. Most of your older people are on Facebook now. The new guys, the young guys are on Instagram. And so you have to refresh that whole marketing strategy. A lot of people are not consuming newspapers anymore. They're not even consuming Fox News or CNN or anything like that. They're doing podcasts. Some of you need to get on more podcasts. Some of you need to listen to podcasts. And so here's the thing. If you want to set yourself up for success in 2025, refresh your marketing strategy. The new year is a prime opportunity to reconnect with your audience and grow your customer base. Review your current marketing efforts and ask, number one, are your social media channels aligned with your brand? Make sure that your logos on your business pages and your social media are aligned with your business brand. All right. So point number two, do you have an email marketing strategy that drives engagement? How often are you communicating with your past and present clients? If it's once a year, that's not enough. You need to be in constant communication. Think about it like this. Your goal is to marry your clients, not physically marry like you married your husband or wife, but you want to lock them in to a committed relationship with you. Now, if you're trying to marry somebody, you don't send them an email once a year. You don't just once a quarter talk to them. You talk to them constantly. You are the resource where they're getting their life from as far as their business. And so, yeah, there is something like over communicating through marketing strategies, but I don't think any of you have to worry about that because some of you aren't even communicating at all. And some of you need to step it up and communicate more often. Thank you, Eldon Fobb, for coming on and the encouragement. So do you have an email marketing strategy that drives engagement? If you want to get engaged, you have to date them. You have to exchange communications. Number three, are your websites and online store optimized for a great customer experience? So here's the thing. I started this talk out by saying that as business owners and business leaders, we get to decide what that looks like, what the business looks like. Here's another thing that you get to decide. You get to decide the customer's experience. You get to create it. You get to build it. You get to implement what the customer experiences. And if you don't care about your customers, you're not going to care about customer experience. So you got to be the architect of the customer experience. And so your marketing is part of that experience. What kind of emotion do you want your customers to have after every interaction with you, whether it's online, in person, or through purchasing your goods, product, or service? What kind of emotion do you want them to have when you're finished with their product, when you deliver your product to them, in other words? So consider creating a content calendar for Q1 and testing new things, trying new things like collaboration, working with somebody else that is maybe an influencer, or video marketing. I was just speaking to a person that was at Minnesota at one of my events, and I said, you got to get really good with getting in front of your phone and shooting a raw video and posting it on Facebook. And I'm amazed at how well unedited raw videos perform over edited videos. People want authenticity. People want to see the real you. So show that to them in your marketing as well. Show them the real you. That was point number 4. Point number 5, streamline your process. Everybody say that with me. Streamline your process. All right. I heard you. Kind of. Not really. Efficiency is key to freeing up time and energy for growth. Read that again. Efficiency is key to freeing up time and energy for growth. Now, I could talk your ears off about the importance of growth. If you're not growing, you're dying. If you're maintaining, you are not building the kingdom. You do not understand how the king wants his kingdom to grow. A king never wants his kingdom to shrink. Same way as you don't want your bank account to shrink. You don't want your family to stop growing. You don't want your church to stop growing. You don't want any, but yet when we get to business, we say, I'm big enough. I don't know, but when you look at the parable of the talents, it says each according to their ability, and you better be maxing out your ability. You better be maxing out your ability. Don't make me start preaching up in here. All right. So streamline your process. Efficiency is key to freeing up time and energy for what? For growth. We got to grow. God demands it. Don't take my word for it. Study. Go look in the Bible, and you tell me, does God demand growth or not? He doesn't shrink anything. Anything that he has ever created always expands and grows and multiplies. Everything. All right. Enough on that sermon. Here's the deal. Look at your current systems and tools. Are they helping or hindering your growth? Automate repetitive tasks like email follow-ups or inventory updates. Train your teams on tools that can simplify their workload. See, we think sometimes that in order to become more efficiency, the owner has to start delegating some things. But let's help our people delegate some things. Let's help get them to where they have a little bit more free time to be creative and implement new things. So train your team on tools that can simplify their workload. Document standard operating procedures to ensure consistency and saving time. All right. So if you consistently do something, you're going to get more efficient, and it's painting a picture of clarity in your company. And you do the same thing, and this is how we do it, and this is how we do that, and this is how we do this, and you do it the same way, regardless of the person. Investing in better processes will save you headaches in 2025. So that was point number 5. Let's go review real quick. Point number 1, 5 tips to prepare your small business for success in 2025. Reflect on 2024's wins and challenges. That's point number 1. Point number 2, set SMART goals for 2025. Not dumb goals, but SMART goals. Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. Point number 3, audit your finances. Go get a checkup with your financial institutions, with your banker, with your accountant. Number 4, refresh your marketing strategy. Some of you need to hire a marketing company. Some of you need to refresh what you're doing and rethink what you're doing and look at new strategies. And if you, by the way, side note, plug here, if you'd like to have a marketing strategy call with my business partner, Titus Hobbs, he's one of the best in the country. I hired him because I drilled him. I'll tell you that story sometime later, but the requirements that I had for him to join my company was pretty big. And then he told me something that said, you're my guy, because he understood the challenges. Anyway, that's beside the point. We have a marketing company, and we offer a free strategy call that if you want to refresh your marketing, take advantage of it. Call the number 941. I'm sorry, that's my cell phone. I'm not going to give my cell phone number. What are you thinking? All right. So let me see. I'll throw it up on the board here so you can write it down. Where is my number? It's coming, I promise you. Here it is. 813. It's on the board here. 813-580-8920. And just simply ask Soraya, that's my assistant. Ask her for a marketing strategy call with Titus and myself. And we'll help give you some ideas on what you can do for your marketing to take it to the next level. Titus is one of the top marketers in the country, not company. He is in the company too, but in the country, he's one of the top. Worked for a national marketing brand, and I brought him into my company and made him a partner. 813-580-8920, and ask for a marketing strategy call. So that was point number 4, is refresh your marketing strategy. Point number 5, streamline your processes. And the only reason you ever want to become more efficient is so that you can grow even more. So A lot of people say, I don't want to get bigger. I just want to get more efficient. Well, why would you want to get more efficient? You just want more free time? You want more free time so that you can do more. Okay. So streamline your processes. So here's some other questions that you can ask. These are bonus. This is bonus round. Everybody say bonus round. All right. What are your biggest wins? What are your biggest wins in 2024? We talked a little bit about that. Reflect on strategies that contributed to those successes. So think back and say, what was the biggest win for my business in 2024? What was the biggest win? And then think back, well, what steps did we take to make that happen? And then you very likely can just rinse and repeat and make it happen again in 2025. Second question, where did you face challenges? Pinpoint the root cause of the challenge. Helps you understand what needs to change in the coming year. So pinpointing the root causes of challenges and obstacles helps you navigate that in the coming year. What new opportunities emerged? How does the market change? How does your client change? Is the buying, the way your customers buying things, is that different? More and more people are going to a cashless society. More and more people are switching to Bitcoin. Do you need to start looking at how to accept other forms of payment? Possibly. So look at some new market shifts or unexpected developments in new avenues for growth. How is your business positioned for 2025? I think you need to ask yourself that question. How is your business positioned for 2025? With the lessons of 2024 in mind, what are your priorities for the new year? Where do you need to invest more time, energy, and money and resources in 2025? Now, I understand that almost every business has its unique needs, and what you may be struggling with, the next company might not struggle with at all. But I also understand that most businesses struggle with the same kinds of things. And we're here to offer you solutions. We got a couple more weeks in 2024. It's still not too late to sign up right now and get coaching in 2024. But I also know that most of you are kind of on hold and say, let's wait till after the new year. God bless you for that. But we're here to offer you a shortcut. When people hire me, they don't really hire me because they want a business coach. They don't hire me because they want me to advise them and tell them what to do. They hire me because they want to get there faster. So that's what I am. I'm just simply a shortcut to your goals and your dreams. I help you get there faster than what you would have if you didn't hire me. So we are here. I say we, my team. I have other coaches. So we are here to help you get there faster, get there sooner than what you would have if you didn't, and to help you achieve your goals. So get in touch with us today, and let's work together to make 2025 a fantastic, that's my word, fantastic year, 2025. Thank you. God bless you. We'll talk to you soon.